Hello, everyone. We are using Butterfly Oracle today for your reading. This is a Doreen Virtue deck, and it is a Hay House deck as well. I like buying my cards from Hay House. Never been disappointed. So this deck here I'm using because it's springtime. This is what the book looks like. I've had this deck for a very long time. It was one of my first ones that I purchased whenever I was getting into reading cards. I wanted to read cards and I wanted cards that were not bloody and and didn't have like all kinds of negative like energies and things like that on it. So I ended up finding these and I really like them. And so since it's spring in the northern hemisphere, we are going to uh, just use the cards to pull a reading. This is not based off of any particular religion or anything like that. We are just pulling cards to see what it is that you are being guided to understand. So we have end of an era. So these are one of the we know that this is happening. For a lot of you, you are well aware that this situation is taking place, right? You are well aware that relationship dynamics are changing. Yes, things are going to change in your life. Things that are meant to fall away are going to fall away, right? And things that are meant to take place are going to happen. Here we go with this. There we go. There we go. Sometimes the camera does not want to focus. I don't know why it does that. Um, okay, so the end of an era. There's a lot happening right now in the world, as I'm sure you guys are well aware of, right? So some things are going to be leaving your life, right? As this era comes to an end, the people in your life might be certain people in your life might be coming to the end of their timeline with you, right? Certain situations, certain jobs. Relationship dynamics doesn't just have to be like the person that you're with relationship wise. It can be jobs, it can be coworkers, it can your environment where you live at is a relationship dynamic, a community dynamic. Things are going to be shifting, people are going to be leaving. Um, there's going to be things that have to take place that the universe is preparing you for. Sobriety. Yeah, you're going to be going through a lot of changes in the next phase, right? This is the end of the era. Now, so for some of you, these changes are going to be very subtle. They're they're going to be very easy. You might not even notice a lot of it, right? It might just be something that happens very gracefully. For other ones, sentimental feelings. Yeah, for other ones, you're going to feel this emotion. It's going to be very hard for you. Oh, hold on a second. I apologize. I felt like I had to start coughing, so I took a drink of water. Oh, okay, so you're going to have a hard time finding your words. You're going to have a hard time processing things. You're going to have a hard time speaking about the situation here. It's going to be very, very hard for you to come to terms with some of it, and that's understandable. For some of you, you might be retiring from a job that's all you've ever done, right? You are being encouraged during this time to take up new hobbies, right? Take up things, try new things that come into your life in a positive way that makes you happy, that uplifts you and gives you emotional fulfillment, right? And helps you with these energies. Hobbies often allow us to focus our mind in a more positive, productive way. They kind of give us that release that we need before we go back into something that could strain our energies and things like that. Parental care. Yeah, okay. So situations are going to come in whenever it comes to taking care of yourself, taking care of others, being there for others. You're going to be asked to motivate others. So you want to be in good motivation with yourself. You are stronger than you know. Okay, so there's a lot of change. All right, parental care is over relationship dynamics. So for some of you, you may there might be a situation coming in where you have to be the parent, where you have to take care of a situation, where you have to step in and oversee something. Okay. Um, this leaving energy is going to motivate you to be more of who you need to be. You're going to have to step up and be more of who you truly are being called to be. Right? You're going to have to make very very dynamic decisions. You're going to have to put your emotions aside, honor the situation, but you're going to have to make decisions that are best for the overall, the overall energy coming in, okay, in the overall situation. Heavenly signs. Pay attention. Yeah, pay attention to the signs that you are receiving with this energy coming in. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Make a mental or even a physical note on the situation, and yeah, and see what you can take away with this spiritually. How does this spiritually affect you? How does it help you to grow your spiritual connection with yourself and with source and with others, right? Um, yeah, you're being told to keep the faith. Don't give up on the situation. Don't give up on the energies that are coming in. Trust that everything is trust that what's leaving is meant to leave, because it is the end of an era, and so things have to change. It's just how it is. It's like it's like the seasons. Things are going to be changing, but trust that this change is going to bring in a new abundance within you, around you. It's going to open up new life experiences for you, and it's meant for you. You are meant to experience this. Yeah, you're going to step into a new career, um, a new outcome of things, right? Everything's going to change. When this relationship dynamic starts to change, it's going to have like a ripple effect on everything else, right? As relationship dynamics start to change and things start to leave in your life, you're going to see a lot of change come in, and you're going to be f- making different choices, and you're going to want different things in this new era. So allow this to come in. Take the next step now to make it all happen. Trust that the universe is going to join in and support you in this process, right? Let's pull a closing card for you. This is a really nice reading. Wow, a lot of fast energy coming in here too. Like with the cards, like they're just very clear on your message. Yeah. Have forgiveness with everything. Trust that forgiveness is the strongest energy that you can carry besides love. But forgiveness allows you to love. Love is the most important energy, but without forgiveness, sometimes we can't love, right? So forgiveness is very, very important. Forgiveness over this whole situation, the relationship dynamics, right? The forgiveness of what needs to leave so that other things can come in. Um, the forgiveness of uh, anything that comes in that is hard for you, right? That is bringing in these sentimental, emotional feelings and things like that. For some of you, you might want to turn your hobbies into something that connects sentimentally like you might want to take something that's sentimental and turn that into your hobby. And that's going to make your hobby even be more like if you have a hobby, but you're not like really like connected to that hobby, you got to connect sentimentally to the hobby, and that's where you will flourish. You ever notice like the best songs that come out are the songs where people put their heart and soul into the music, or the best movies are where the actors and the message is really dramatic. If you're coming up with a new hobby, and it's right next to this sentimental feelings, make sure that that hobby has some kind of sentimental feelings, and you're going to see certain things take off, all right? Certain things bloom. So like if you create something, right? Say you create something that's sentimental to you, you create something that is very sentimental. You don't be surprised if that product sells a lot, but this one over here doesn't. And it's because that this one here might not be sentimental. So your energy, your spiritual energy, it might bloom based off of your sentimental connection to it. So make sure with this new career, even, that you are connected by the heart to this situation. And then whatever you do it'll bloom from that. But your heart is what empowers, it's what fuels whatever it is that you are doing with your hobby or whatever it is you're doing with your job. Your heart is what fuels it, okay? So make sure that you are connected in the heart space and you will see great improvements and you will see things um, turn out in ways that you never would have imagined. And it's because of your heart energy. You're not showing up empty, you're showing up with frequency, you're showing up with the universe's attention, right? This means a lot to this person. How can we help this energy get out there, right? And if you're creating something, for example, you're infusing energy into that creation and it's holding a frequency. Even though you might not realize it, it's holding a frequency. So if you're creating something with love and then somebody sees that and goes, "Oh, I love that. Oh, I want that. Oh, can I do that? Oh, can I create that?" It's because they're picking up on the frequency too. Not just the object, but they're picking up on the connection, the energetic connection with that. So make sure whatever you're doing it from your heart space. Okay, and it will definitely work out for you. Take the next step, but do so with forgiveness. Okay, make sure each step that you are doing and you are taking is with forgiveness. Pay attention to the signs that you are receiving because they are all to help you go in the right direction. All right, thank you so much for being here. I hope this message has helped you, and I hope you enjoyed the butterflies. See you in the next one. Bye.